well, she just came in. So, Merry Christmas Eve! Oh, sweetie, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, she's snuggling with mommy. So I received this box from Amazon, right? What was inside? Just this. Inside this giant box. This would have fit in a small envelope. Really? You need to start conserving efforts. And look, it came in an unsealed plastic. So, yeah. But I got my 2016 Filofax week on 2 pages. And I just realized the reason it was on sale, I think, is because it's blue. So I tried to order this directly from Filofax USA. And I couldn't process the order. It was on sale for $7.99, which I have to admit, it's kind of a ridiculous price. It's just a tiny little pile of papers. The shipping was $3.99, which was fine. I would have paid that, but every time I tried to click process order, even though I took my PayPal, I tried credit cards, I know everything works fine on my end, so something was wrong with their system. So I went on Amazon, and it was delivered 2 days later, so just in time. So I'm gonna do a separate video on my Filofax setup for 2016. I'm going to save this box because I might reuse it to send my mother-in-law a little something something. I was trying to find those push dispenser little bottles at Dollar Tree. That's where I just came home from. And it is 66 degrees outside. Actually, it wavered between 66, 67, 68 while I was driving home. So it could be any number of those. But yeah, Christmas Eve in Connecticut, and it's really warm. Hi, Moses. Moses is giving me kisses. So I got some stuff at Dollar Tree, some stocking stuffers for hubby. I don't ordinarily get anything for the dogs there, unless it's doggy bags, and we have plenty of those on hand. And I prefer the black ones, and they only had the pink bone ones. Only because I don't really need to be seeing the poo through the bag. I'd rather have just the black. They don't need to be designer bags. It's garbage. It's poop. I don't need this shit to look pretty. Sorry. It's absolutely true. Yes, Moses. What is it, honey? What? What would you like? What do you want, baby? Sit. Good boy. Do you want an orange? Orange? You do? You want an orange? Not a cookie? Not cookie? You want some chicken? Do you have to go potty? You were just outside. There's the cat, and it's a little lighter today. So our living room is relatively dark. What is it that you'd like? You want me to go get you a piece of orange, honey? Orange? Okay, I'll go get you an orange, and then I'll do my Dollar Tree haul. And then we'll make cookies. Do you want to make cookies? Russian tea cakes? Yummy. That's what everybody... Oh, excuse me, I have hiccups. That's what most people voted for, so... He's like, Mommy, get your tushy up and get me an orange. I'm messing with you. No, I'm sorry, Moses. Alright, let's go get you an orange. It's my Dollar Tree stuff. I got an orange. Is this what you wanted, honey? Oh, that is, isn't it? Alright, well, let me peel it so you don't have thumbs. Okay. You want one too, Chester? Would you like a piece of orange? He occasionally will take a piece, but only if I say I'm going to give it to Moses, so it might not work. No? He's like, Mommy, that's not meat. I don't want it. Do you have to go potty? Who wants to go outside? Potty? No, they want the oranges. Mosey, I'm only going to give you one more because I don't want your tummy to be upset. I can give you your other treats. Hold on. My mother-in-law sent us these beef recipe fillets, which look really good, and all the dogs enjoy them, including the Cheech Mushki, which is kind of unusual. Here you go, Chester. They look like little dehydrated steaks. They're so cute. Here you go, Moses. Settle your tummy after orange. Okay, and there he goes. So, I'm going to do a Dollar Tree haul, then put the stuff away because most of it's going to stockings. And yeah, I'll include a link if you want to check it out, but it will be a separate video. I don't need to be droning on in my vlog. And then once I clean off my countertop and stove, I'm going to make Russian tea cakes. That I will do on video. Wowzers, I talked a lot, but that's okay. So now I have to pack up Polly's little stocking stuffers, and then I'll bake. But I might get a snack first, because I don't want to cook hungry. I might have one of these light soups. Oh, wait, I have soup in the refrigerator. I have some leftover leek and potato that I need to eat. So there you go. Now I know what I'm having for lunch. So by popular request, I gave choice. I'm going to make Russian tea cakes, which are really cookies, not cakes. And they're not really traditionally Russian, but there's variations out in the world for wedding cookies, which are like a Mexican tradition, and there's a German, there's an iteration of this kind of cookie all over the place. So there's no eggs in this, and it's nut-based. So if you have a nut allergy, I'm sorry. If you have a tree nut allergy, swap it out with peanuts. So in here, I have almonds, pecans, hazelnuts, cashews, and Brazil nuts. I'm going to pulse it till it's kind of small chunks, but not quite powder or peanut butter. So this is a consistency I'm looking for, and I'm just gonna dump it in a bowl to see if there are any big pieces, and it doesn't look like it. See how it sticks together? That's the fats and the binding. Although we are going to add a liberal amount of butter. So let me just give you the measurements for everything. And I did have to write this down because I don't want to misspeak. You're going to need 1 cup of butter. So it's 8 ounces. So if you have 4-ounce sticks like this, 2 sticks. Room temperature. And I've had them out since last night. I have the oven, as you heard clicking, preheated to 375 Fahrenheit. You'll need a 1/2 cup of powdered sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla, 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 3/4 cups of finely chopped nuts. You could use pecans, walnuts, almonds. You saw I had hazelnuts. I essentially went into my pantry to see what I had. No walnuts, but I had a mixture of all the other nuts. So that's what the base is. And as you can see, it's kind of like a chunkier sand. And it has a sandy consistency because if you squeeze it, it sticks to itself because nuts are so full of oils. So oven's preheated. I'm going to mix the butter, the 1/2 cup of sugar, or you're going to need additional powdered sugar for the rolling of the warm cookies when they come out of the oven. So I'm going to go grab my, should I do my stand mixer or just do a hand beater? Let's pull out the stand mixer because it's Christmas cookies. I do this once a year. I might as well pull out the KitchenAid tool. So I'm going to mix the butter, powdered sugar, vanilla until they're fluffy. Then add flour, salt, till the dough comes together. Then stir in the nuts off the beater and chill it. And while it's chilling, I'll go for a walk because, God knows I'm going to need to work off some of these calories. But I am going to pack these up as gifts for our neighbors. And I am going to scrape out the last of those nuts because look at all that oils and deliciousness. Plus, I am going to wash this immediately so it doesn't get caked in with nuts. So I'll be back in a sec with my stand mixer. 1 cup of butter, 1/2 a cup of powdered sugar, and a teaspoon of vanilla. Let's cream. Oh, try not to wear it, but... So that is 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to add it into the whipped butter a little at a time until it's incorporated. And then I'm going to stir in the nuts with a spatula off the mixer, because I don't want that to become peanut butter. Although I am making peanut butter cookies later. That's why I'm not putting that stuff away yet. That's what it looks like with all the flour in. I think I'm going to stop it in a minute and then mix in the nuts. And I have it on the lowest setting, just to incorporate it. There you go. Now mix in 3/4 cup of the nuts. And there's 3/4 cups of nuts, and I'm going to mix that in and then refrigerate this so I can scoop it. So I'm going to use a little scoop so they're even sizes. I'll get the pans ready in the meantime. Okay, into the fridge you go, and I'm going to go for a little walk while you chill out. So it's thoroughly chilled. I'd say, oh, it's probably been a half hour at least. I went for a little walk outside, and it's still pliable, but it's not warm. So that's what we wanted. And I am going to use this measuring scoop in order to keep them all even and the same size so they bake evenly. I have 2 Silpat lined sheets. You can use parchment paper. You don't need to spray it. There's enough butter in them for them not to stick. And we're only going to put them in the oven long enough to get a lightly brown bottom. That's it. And I'm only going to cook 1 pan at a time because I need to do the whole powdered sugar. I have something stuck on my handle. Powdered sugar dipping. They need to frolic in the powdered sugar. So let me roll out a few and I'll show you, and then I'll finish them off, pop them in the oven, and then prep the powdered sugar in the meantime because it's kind of lumpy in there, so I'm going to run it through my NutriBullet to make it powdery again. So I've just scooped these out, but as you can see, I guess if you're making a huge batch of them and you don't feel like rolling them, you could just leave them as is like this. They're not going to spread by much. And yes, I tasted the raw dough. There's no egg in it. So, and it's not sweet. The sweetness is definitely going to come from the coating. But I am going to roll them. Sorry, the dough is delicious. It's nutty. A little hint of sweet. Not too sweet. See, and that's how much I've used up just for those. And you can do them smaller too. So let me roll this pan. I'll show you what it looks like before it goes into the oven. Look at these little beauties all lined up and ready to go in a 375 oven. I think just about 8 minutes or so. Yeah, 7 to 8 minutes. So we'll see. We'll check. The bottoms should be just lightly brown, and they're going to flatten out ever so slightly, but they're not going to spread too much. Okay, the first batch is out, and these are super hot, but they're ever so slightly brown on the bottom. And they are, you have to be very gentle with them because you can easily nick into them with your finger, with a fork. So I'm going to throw them in a bowl of powdered sugar and then let them cool, and then I'm going to do the same process again. In the meantime, I have another sheet pan that's cold, and I will put the rest of them in the oven. So I am going to stagger. I'm not going to put them in the oven quite yet because I want to be able to do this properly. And I have to make this quick because they cool off, less powdered sugar will stick to them. One coating done. Let me move the hot pan out of the way so I can show you what they look like closer. Look at that. So I'm going to not use this pan for the next batch because if the dough hits the hot pan, it's just going to start to melt because there's so much butter in it. So you want a cool pan, which is what I have resting on the sink. And those are going to get another layer of powdered sugar. See? And I use this little spatula and a fork just to kind of throw some powdered sugar on top of them so I don't have to end up looking like the abominable, the snowman. Why can't I say the word? Yeah, the snowman from the cartoon. I don't want to get powdered sugar caked all over me, especially since I have another batch of these to roll. So, not too shabby. Can't wait to taste them. And the reason I think they're called Russian tea cakes is because they don't really melt like cookies. They don't rise. There's no baking soda or baking powder in them. and you can have unsweetened tea with them because they are so sweet on the outside. So yeah, yum, I can't wait. There's the second pan going in, and meantime I'm gonna re-dunk those in powdered sugar. And that's what they look like with the second application. So yeah, I'm very tempted to try one, but I'm not going to. Instead I had a banana because yeah, cookies are not dinner. And I decided against making peanut butter cookies tonight because I don't need that many cookies around, and I still have to make Christmas Eve dinner. It's gonna be totally untraditional. It's gonna be leftovers. I think I'm gonna make hash and some sunny side up eggs. Maybe the rest of the quail eggs. So pretty. Just waiting for the rest to come out. I'm gonna go grab my other cooling rack, pull this off to the side so I can get them nice and hot. See, there's my timer. Thank you, Alexa, stop. She stops. Alexa, stop. Thank you. So time to pull the other ones out. They're done. And they look delicious. I haven't tasted yet because I'm waiting until after dinner, and I have some, obviously, more, and they're going to go into a sealed container. They will last for about a week. I don't think they will last that long because, you know, gorgeousness. So that's going to be it for us for our Christmas Eve vlog. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Wishing everybody a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Kwanzaa. Hope your Hanukkah was fabulous. Whatever you celebrate, we wish you health, happiness in the new year, and we'll see you maybe tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everyone.